Hi guys, welcome back to another trade recap video. First one that I recorded had no audio. Shout out to a member in the Discord for letting me know. But audio is working on this one. So coming into today, if you guys didn't have a clear bias on today, then I really don't know what to tell you. It was honestly clear as day. Called it out in the Discord. We were holding this 4-hour bullish fair value gap, and we also tapped into this unfilled bullish 4-hour fair value gap. Now, when we drop it on the lower time frame, we have an SMT at these lows. And, we also had these London lows untouched. Coming in, we also had this low resistance liquidity. We did sweep out some of it here pre-market. So when market did open up, I wasn't opposed to, sweeping out these London lows and then catching along. Unfortunately, as you guys know, just straight bullish order flow today. There were really no entries for anything. I take entries based off, retracements in the market and technical analysis, 2 higher draws on liquidity, and then finding an actual entry off of a CISD or an inversion fair value gap, and there was nothing. We didn't get our first bearish fair value gap until like 10:30 a.m. So an hour into market, it took for us to actually form a bearish fair value gap. So if that tells you anything about how today went, then that's all that you need to know, basically. Now, we did end up catching a trade today, a little bit after 11. So we saw this 5-minute. This 5-minute ended up getting inversed, and then we tapped in this unfilled one, and we had these low resistance lows right here. Pretty free, honestly, super free. Unfilled 15-minute below as well that I liked. Some people probably held a runner for that. That didn't end up getting hit, but we see this 1-minute inversion. This holds for a little bit, and then we finally get a displacing candle throughout that, and that was basically my entry. Sat in no drawdown, and we ran straight to this internal low, and I ended up taking off at this internal low. I should have went in for 2 contracts here according to my position sizing, and you could have left a runner for these relative equal lows. But I only went in for 1 contract, so it was a little bit scuffed. But fortunately, I was able to secure a $200 winning day on my XFAs. So yeah, overall super solid. I know that a couple of people in the live stream ended up taking this. And this is basically just a conviction-based trade and a super mech model type trade. This 1-minute inversion is holding, and then we finally get a big displacing candle out of this. Super good body closure here, and or you're basically just targeting the relative equal lows and also the internal low. Go break even at the internal low or take off, some profit there, which I ended up doing and which other members ended up doing as well. So we were able to secure a winning day on the account, which is very solid. Overall, though, not a good day within the markets. We definitely were not able to catch a super clear setup today to any of our main draws on liquidity just because those all got hit with no retracements in the market. And that'll happen sometimes within the market, and you guys have to be okay with that. You guys have to be okay with sitting on your hands and not taking a trade, because if you guys want to be a good trader and be in this for the long term, then you need to realize that capital risk management and preserving your capital is the biggest thing in trading, because these prop firms that you guys trade with, they're designed for you guys to lose with their drawdowns and whatnot. So you guys have to be having a super high win rate model in order to, successfully trade these prop firms. Now, the model that I trade, as you guys know, is a very high win rate model. Since starting the live streams, we started the live streams on the 5th. I think we've taken 1 loss since then. And we've definitely been trading. We've definitely had winning days almost every single day. Last week I had 5 winning days and took a payout on one of the XFAs. Like, you guys just have to realize that to trade these prop firms, you don't have to be catching these fucking ginormous moves. That's not the goal, In all honesty, like today, like when we had like a 5-minute here and we left these Asian highs, like a really good setup for me today would have been like, we come up, we push past this buy side that shows we want to be bullish, we retrace into a 5-minute, and then we find an inversion to take out these Asian highs. Like, that's an A+ setup. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get that today, but we stuck to our rules and we ended up still coming out of the day with a winning day. So yeah, hopefully the the market is a little bit better tomorrow, but we'll just wait to see when that comes. And yeah, hopefully you guys were able to take something away from this video. Hopefully you guys maybe caught this trade as well if you were in the live stream, and I'll see you guys in the next one.